Right, I'm recording this Monday morning towards lunchtime, so hopefully I've calmed down from the game Saturday against West Ham. I just want to say what a poor performance. There was no atmosphere in the stadium, empty seats. I don't know if that had anything to do with the booking system, like the ballot, where you can't always get tickets unless you're obviously a season ticket holder. But it was poor. We're in a title race. Well, some might say I'm deluded for saying that before the West Ham game. But we were. A draw is like a loss in this title race and has been when Man City were leading the charge. You cannot afford to drop points. It's like we bottle it. But there's no excuses. The atmosphere might have been poor, but no excuses from the players' point of view. Every game is like a cup final when you're trying to chop the point tally down. And like I said, a draw is like a loss. Mikel Arteta doesn't seem to find a way when teams play at a low block, meaning they have four midfielders, four defenders, and their goalkeeper, and they might leave one up top or even have that extra forward as a midfield player and play with no forward. We can't seem to break them down. How we went into this game with no striker. Let's be real. Mourinho, he's a mate. A club like Arsenal, having this kind of been in this situation, and I feel like the fans through the January transfer window. I know it's hard, but teams got players through the door. We needed some players through the door desperately. Okay, Kai Havertz went down after the January transfer window, but we were without. They knew that we were out. Martinelli was out. Saka was out. And then, like I said, Kai Havertz would have been the only one of our starting three, which is that good enough? I'm not sure. The summer transfer window was poor again. There was plenty. I personally, and I think the club, want Isak. Did nothing about it. You might not be able to get him. Newcastle might have put the transfer fee too high. But did we try it, test it out? Gyökeres, he has a get out clause. He's another one I really wanted. Or just do we want a young, up and coming striker? We need a 20 to 30 goal a season striker, preferably 20 to 25 in the Premier League. And then we're this close. It's not like we're fifth and we're trying to work our way into the Champions League. We're actually close. We're this close. Last season we didn't have a striker, a goal scorer, and again we didn't have a goal scorer this season. And we certainly haven't from now till the end of the season. We're playing Mikel Merino up there. I mean, summer transfer window, Raheem Sterling. I've had enough of this. We're going for the title. And anyway, summer transfer window wasn't good enough. January wasn't good enough. It's hard, but other teams got loans in, got strikers in. We're not even playing with a forward. Well, let's get back to the West Ham game. Like I said, they were playing a low block, and Arteta, is that the way you play against Arsenal? Have the low block? This light's doing my head in. Anyway, like I said, the low block, and you can't do anything about it. It was absolutely obvious what was going to happen. They were going to hit us on the break, and that's what they did. Wan-Bissaka crossing it in. Calafiori was too high up, trying to break down the low block. We did have chances, shots, and I can't remember. Calafiori there was a few blocked chances. Rice bursted through, but then mucked that up. There was a few chances, like I said, but nothing meaningful. Odegaard, don't know what's happening with him. I'm hoping it's from the injury where he's out of form that he's already had, and he's been fouled a few times on it. And it does take a while to get back from, if anyone's played the game, back from the any ankle injuries. But we should have enough in our squad going for the title to replace him. I know he's one of our better players. Well, was last season. But I don't know what to say. Rice, get over it. West Ham, they don't like you, mate. You're one of my favourite players, if not my favourite. I even was a mug and got spending money to the club shop and got your name last season on the yellow kit and the Champions League badge. Because believe it or not, I thought we might do it. But that's why. Over there, sorry. I've got the Yellow Ribbon Wembley song because I thought we were going to get there. But anyhow, let's get back to West Ham game. As you can probably tell, disappointed. I'm not going to go in on the owners just yet and the Arteta, because I'll do that in a different video, because I actually am an Arteta fan. There's a lot of people that, because I think he getting it right. I liked his passion. Reminded me a bit of George Graham. Had little bits of him in there. But I don't know. I just don't know what to say. I'm not going to do any player ratings, because I think that's enough said. But I think everyone was poor. Highlight of the game was actually Raya going up for a corner and then running back, sprinting back, and against James Ward-Prowse doing in my day it's a Cruyff turn, chop turn, and then to Ward-Prowse and beating him. But Title's over now. If that was the highlight, well, what are we doing? I would say West Ham did play well. Credit to them. Another player I really wanted, showed how good he was in Kudus. There's not many people that can outstrength Gabriel, and he did. He was strong in the game, driving forward through the midfield, and was a threat. But yeah, he was a quality player. West Ham did well. Deserved the 3 points, and Arsenal were just pathetic in my opinion. And I'm not normally like this. I'm a people would say maybe a little bit deluded, too positive, but I support my club through thick and thin. We have no right to win any league, but challenge as we are. But when it's that close, I'm really annoyed with the transfer window this year. And I think we come out with it with record profits made. And I think we did have money. I don't know for sure. I'm not in the finance team. And it's a bit weird how Edu has suddenly gone. They placed him with the bloke beneath him. He wasn't sacked. I do believe there's something from the outside. Got no resources, evidence to back me up on this, but there's something fishy with this Edu departure. I actually thought we were doing really well as a club. Edu and Arteta working well together. That's what it seemed on the outset, but I just don't want it to go down to the back to the Wenger days of at the end of his reign, because I love Wenger, but at the end of his reign it was a little bit, even though he was winning things, it got a bit nasty, and I think it was time for him to go. He should have retired after the in my belief, after the last FA Cup win. But he didn't, and credit to him, but he should have gone. I think that mucked up his legacy with the Arsenal fans. But that's for a different video. So, Arsenal out the title race, if they were ever in it. And there we go. Up the Arsenal. We've got Forest coming up. Do a preview for that. And that'll be a much better video, I hope. See you all later, guys. Up the Arsenal. Don't give up. Up the Arsenal.